All right, welcome back, and thank you for joining us for the second part, chemical reactions and identifying types of reactions. I'm going to zip through these quickly. There are some additional videos earlier in the unit that you might want to watch, but this is just going to be a quick review, zip. All right, our types of reactions are going to be synthesis, meaning we start with we start with two basic elements or basic compounds and end up with only one product. So look for two simple things that then become more complex, and that's how you can recognize synthesis, because you're making something. Decomposition is going to work oppositely. It's going to be breaking something. So typically you'll start with only one compound and break that down into two elements or two simpler compounds, two or more. One compound in the reactant. So if you have one compound in the product, that's usually synthesis. One compound in the reactant, usually decomposition. Single replacement. You start with one element in one compound and you finish with one element in one compound. The key to look at here is you have a neutral element to begin with along with a compound, and then you say, hey, what's more reactive, iron or copper? It turns out that iron is, and so we have a single replacement. If we looked at our activity series and iron were less reactive, we would leave those in place and have a non-reaction. Double replacement we went over in our last video. If you have two ionic compounds and they will switch, and only if one of them is insoluble or if it's a neutralization. And that's the case here. The 2 ionic produces 2 ionic, but when you look at the copper hydroxide, it's going to be insoluble. And so that will be, so you'll use your solubility chart and you'll find copper hydroxide to be insoluble. All right, combustion, we talked about that at length before as well. You start with a hydrocarbon and oxygen, you finish always with carbon dioxide and water, and then just have to balance it. So watch, anytime you see a hydrocarbon and oxygen as your reactants, you can expect carbon dioxide and water to be your products, and then just do your balancing. All right, a quick little practice if you needed some additional practice. Identify the types of reactions. All right, and this one, you can pause between each. All right. And you can see that these are balanced for you as you go. If you want to double check the balancing, you may. All right, what will that be? A single product to start with should give you a hint. Yes, decomposition. Let's see, a single and a compound. Single replacement. And let's see, a single complicated compound that breaks down into two simpler things. Yes, that's decomposition. All right, here's some additional practice. All right, and hopefully you had good success and are doing well with these. If not, check in tutorials or check with your teacher so that we can get that taken care of. All right, thank you so much for participating with us today. That is going to be the end of our second video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget, smash, like, and subscribe. Have a great day.